Good morning, my name is Matthew Hugo from Weather Commerce, and this is this morning's weather briefing on Thursday the 27th of January. Today's weather brief will cover information on the United Kingdom, Europe, Scandinavian precipitation and finally global weather alerts. Firstly, however, we will take a look at the West European 5-day average temperatures, and starting with days 11 to 15. And the trend from the last couple of days continues today, with many parts of Europe forecast to have temperatures generally near or perhaps even slightly above climate averages during and beyond the opening week of February. This rise in temperatures to nearer average values is in association with a milder west or southwesterly wind developing across many parts of western and northwestern areas of Europe in particular. It should be noted, however, that some eastern areas of Europe, including Austria for example, may continue to have temperatures generally slightly below climate norms. And within the 6 to 10 day time frame, temperatures are forecast to be generally near, if not slightly below, climate averages, particularly across parts of central and eastern areas of Europe, where temperatures may be at least 4 or 5 degrees below climate norms. Also, as a quick reminder, please note that the forecasted temperatures are colour coordinated to show you which is the best performing model. The top performer is coloured yellow, and in this example I have circled the GFS ensemble model across the United Kingdom. And finally, within the short term, between days 2 and 5, confidence levels are high, given good model agreement and consistency, for temperatures to be below climate averages across most of Europe, but particularly across central and eastern areas of Europe, where temperatures may be at least 7 or 8 degrees below climate norms. And now taking a look at the United Kingdom in some more detail. And over the next 5 to 7 days or so, confidence levels are high, given excellent model agreement, for temperatures to be initially 4 or 5 degrees below climate average of around 7 degrees Celsius, but with temperatures then rising and becoming around about 3 or 4 degrees below climate averages by Sunday the 30th and into Monday the 31st of January. The following weather chart for Monday the 31st of January helps to illustrate this situation, with a large area of high pressure dominating the weather across the United Kingdom, producing fine and settled conditions, but also quite cold conditions as well. Within the longer term, during and beyond the opening week of February, confidence levels are medium or perhaps even medium to high, given good model agreement and consistency, for temperatures to be around 1 or perhaps 2 degrees below a climate average of 8 degrees Celsius. However, I do believe, with low or perhaps low to medium confidence, that there is a risk temperatures may rise and become near climate averages after the 7th and 8th of February. And now taking a look at European temperatures. And with the exception of Scandinavia, which is actually forecast to have temperatures at least 4 to 6 degrees above climate averages, the remainder of Europe is forecast to be cold, with temperatures below climate norms. And the West European map view over the next 2 to 5 days help to illustrate this situation. And as you can see, all the forecast models do signal temperatures to be below climate averages, particularly across parts of Central and Eastern Europe, including Switzerland and Austria, where temperatures may be at least 8 or 9 degrees below climate averages, as a very cold air mass persists. And taking a closer look at Austria, and you'll see within the next 5 to 7 days temperatures are significantly below climate averages. And even within the longer term, despite a slight warming trend, temperatures still do remain below climate averages. Given good model consistency, I believe confidence levels are medium to high to suggest that Austria and some other eastern areas of Europe will remain considerably cold, with below average temperatures over the next 14 days. Within the 6 to 10 day time frame, temperatures are forecast to generally remain slightly below climate averages or below climate averages across Eastern Europe in particular. However, some of the forecast models do signal temperatures recovering and becoming near to climate averages, particularly across the UK and Benelux for example, as the very cold weather between days 2 and 5 starts to ease. The trend from the last couple of days continues today within the longer term between days 11 and 15, with many parts of central and northwestern areas of Europe in particular seeing a rise in temperatures, with values becoming near, if not just slightly below, climate averages as a milder southwesterly air mass develops. And taking a closer look at Benelux for example, you will see, with medium to high confidence, given good forecast model agreement, temperatures do recover and a warming trend is evident during the opening week of February. And by the 7th and 8th of February, temperatures become very close to climate averages, in association with that milder west or southwesterly air mass. And now taking a look at the Scandinavian precipitation forecast. And there has been an ongoing trend for several days for precipitation totals to be well above climate averages across many western and northwestern areas of Norway over the next 7 to 10 days in particular. Here, up to and above 150 millimetres of rain is possible, which is over 400% of normal. In complete contrast, many southern regions of Norway and the majority of Sweden are forecast to have well below climate average precipitation totals, with less than 25% of normal in places. And now taking a look at global weather alerts, which highlight significant deviations from normal. And within the longer term, during the opening week or so of February, there continues to be a signal for well above average precipitation totals across southern areas of Brazil, with perhaps up to and over 100 to 125 millimetres of rain. Below average precipitation totals are forecast across South Africa, and particularly in and around the Johannesburg area, over the next 7 to 10 days. This is a complete change compared with the last week to 2 weeks, which saw some very heavy rainfall, which was above climate averages. And finally, and of some concern, is the latest precipitation forecasts across eastern Australia, and particularly across parts of Queensland. Within the longer term in particular, into the opening week of February, there is a strong signal for precipitation totals to become well above climate averages once again, with perhaps as much as 125 to 150 millimetres of rain. Thank you for listening to today's weather brief. Goodbye.